Alright, we are leaving Etowah, Tennessee, headed down Mecca Pike towards Tellico Plains, or Tellico, and then we're going to run the Cherohala Skyway just a little bit. But this is Mecca Pike. It'll take you from 411 in Etowah straight into Tellico. Still on Mecca Pike. I think it's about a 16-mile run between Etowah and Tellico on Mecca Pike. Alright, just now getting off of Mecca Pike into Tellico Plains. We're going to do a little tour of Tellico. At least the downtown Tellico area. A bed and breakfast and an event space. Trout Mountain Coffee. Good coffee. You got Tellico Goods and Gear. A good place to pick up some clothing and fishing equipment. That was downtown Tellico. I think we'll just be quiet for a while and let you guys check out the scenery. In a little bit we may discuss the motorcycle, the Pan America, the things I like, things I don't like. Try not to rehash some of the old stuff that everybody's talking about. sure they're okay. Never good to see a single rider with no motorcycle on the side of the road up here. But the motorcycle behind me stopped and picked her up. That's one of the things that everybody complains about, is the kickstand, and I have to look down and make sure that the kickstand is going completely down. And so I don't let it roll forward on it. So this is the Cove overlook. It's pretty stock. I've not added anything other than a phone mount. I've put about 450 miles on it. Still feel like, you know, I went from a road glide to this, and I still don't regret the switch. There are a few things that I miss about my road glide, but for the most part, I'm 100% sold on this bike. Now, there were some quality issues with some previous models, and this is 24, so I'm hoping that most of that is gone, or at least we find them within the warranty period. And I just want to preface by saying that, you know, I'm just giving you my experiences. None of this is AI driven. And for me, I hate getting on YouTube thinking I found a good video and come to find out it's an AI video. And so if you appreciate real videos from someone who's not polished at doing it, then maybe you should like and subscribe. Hell, I can barely speak English. we're gonna stop up here at Indian Ridge, or Indian Boundary State Park, and just take a little tour. Go down to the boat ramp first. Oh boy, I guess we have to go down to the boat ramp. It's the camping area. For you RVers, they do have a dump station. Boat ramp. I'm gonna go up to the campground and ride through real quick. I don't know where that goes. Looks like they have 2 bathhouse / bathrooms. $10 a night, single night fees. It's all I don't think there's a shower in there. I think it's just a bathhouse or a bathroom, not a bathhouse. Looks like the campground beach is closed. We'll do that another day. I'll catch up with you again on the Cherohala. Another pull off. I think it's at Turkey Creek. Fire on the mountain. So this is another dislike, how long it takes for everything to gear up or boot up. They say that you're not supposed to start it unless all the displays are on and everything is booted up. believe it's almost time to turn around. Skies are getting gray, and I have a boxing tournament to go to tonight. Back down the mountain at some point closer to Tellico. We'll discuss some of my final thoughts on the bike. So if you stick around that far and you're interested, I'll be talking about it then. I may give you, I think the camera quit working as I was coming around the river, so I may give you a little bit more footage coming back out or coming down the Cherohala Skyway of that river area again. Until then, I will let you look at some scenery and then talk to you then. It's a good place to end it. One last overlook. Lake View Overlook. There we go, see. I wanted to fold down. And I'm pointed downhill though, but still a whole lot different from the Jiffy stand on my road glide. The Overhill Cherokee in the valley below, now inundated by Tellico Lake, were the towns of Overhill Cherokee. These settlements were the seat of Cherokee power in the 17th and 18th century. They were so named during this period because traders from the Atlantic coast had to travel over the hills of the Appalachians to reach them. Among these towns are old Cherokee capital of Chota and the town of Tansia, after which the river and the state are named. The sites of these two towns have been preserved as memorials for the Cherokee people and can be visited today. And then somebody shot the map with a shotgun, of course. Another pull off. I think it's at Turkey Creek. Fire on the mountain. So this is another dislike, how long it takes for everything to gear up or boot up. They say that you're not supposed to start it unless all the displays are on and everything is booted up. Do you believe it's almost time to turn around? Skies are getting gray, and I have a boxing tournament to go to tonight. Back down the mountain at some point closer to Tellico. We'll discuss some of my final thoughts on the bike. So if you stick around that far and you're interested, I'll be talking about it then. I may give you, I think the camera quit working as I was coming around the river, so I may give you a little bit more footage coming back out or coming down the Cherohala Skyway of that river area again. Until then, I will let you look at some scenery and then talk to you then. A good place to end it. One last overlook. Lake View Overlook. There we go, see. I wanted to fold down. And I'm pointed downhill though, but still a whole lot different from the Jiffy stand on my Road Glide. The Overhill Cherokee in the valley below, now inundated by Tellico Lake, were the towns of Overhill Cherokee. These settlements were the seat of Cherokee power in the 17th and 18th century. They were so named during this period because traders from the Atlantic coast had to travel over the hills of the Appalachians to reach them. Among these towns are old Cherokee capital of Chota and the town of Tansia, after which the river and the state are named. The sites of these two towns have been preserved as memorials for the Cherokee people and can be visited today. And then somebody shot the map with a shotgun. Of course. Alright, on our way back down the Cherohala. If we were to keep going, we would end up in Robbinsville, North Carolina, if I'm not mistaken. And then eventually, Tail of the Dragon, 129. So that's, I don't know if you saw that, but when I let off the accelerator and let go of the bars, you see how they shake. I don't know if that's because of the aggressiveness of the tires, or if that's because of a problem with the front end on it. Like I said, we're less than 500 miles, we're 480 miles on it now. But not sure. It has a steering dampener in it. I don't know if you can see it there, but I don't know if it didn't have that steering dampener. I'm not sure if it wouldn't go into a death wobble or some sort. So when I take it back for the 1,000-mile checkup, oil change, service, whatever you want to call it, I'm gonna have them check that out. And then after that, I will be doing all of my own services, because I was told that the service on this bike for each oil change is approximately $500, and at least from my dealer. And I mean, I'll do the first one and maybe do the 10,000 one, but I won't do it every time. Just the ones where the ABS needs to be looked at or the brake fluid needs to be flushed, but I'm not just for the oil changes. That's not going to happen. It's just wasteful. Slow down. The road's still wet, and the tires are fairly new, and I don't know this bike that well. I only have 480 miles on it. that I've ridden. Another thing that I really dislike, that it's taking me a while to get used to, is the clutch. Man, this clutch is just different. It's really light. It feels like it engages at different places depending on how warm the engine is. When you first start this thing up and you go to first and you let off the clutch, it's really easy to kill. And so it's, you know, the throttle or to clutch ratio is quite a bit different from the Road Glide that I've ridden. And then also, I was on my cousin's CBR the other day, and his is a cable clutch as well, and his was really smooth. So I'm not sure. And I've ridden cable clutches for most of my riding, but my last two bikes were hydraulic clutches. And here you go. Here is Indian Boundary again, or the Indian Boundary Park, State Park. We are approximately 14 miles from Tellico. Catch up with you a little on down the Skyway. We'll discuss some of the likes and dislikes in more detail. Alright, we're gonna hook a U-ey and we're gonna go back to this road that said closed. Let's see, they had a bridge washed that they condemned or that they're rebuilding. Let's just see what they have down here. Some fly fishing going on. Closed up here. Come back and hit that road up there soon. Alright, let's talk about the bike for a little bit. The things I like the power, I like the power delivery, I like the comfort, the suspension, the ride height adjustment. It's just an overall comfortable bike. I like the fact that it's a just about go anywhere bike. Let me turn my radio down a little bit. I like that feels like it's almost a mixture between, like I've said this before, a sport bike and a touring bike, although it's marketed for adventure touring, and it does that well, but I think it has a little bit of a heart of a sport bike in it. Some of the things I don't really like, though, is I don't like, and I hate to complain about this, but I don't like the jiffy stand. It's just, I don't know, not enough lean. It feels like it's going to fall over, and if you're in the wrong spot, it just feels like downhill a little bit. It just doesn't feel stable. But there's a lot of fixes for that out there, and fairly inexpensive fixes, and I'll probably do that soon. I also don't like the fact that, you know, in the earlier models there were a lot of gremlins, a lot of problems, you know, and this one's a 24, so I'm expecting that Harley took care of most of those gremlins, but to be honest with you, I'm not 100% sure. I'm gonna ride it anyways. The other thing that I don't like, and that's because of the reputation from the 21, 22, and potentially 23 models. I mean, they started correcting things, but the resale value on these things are not good at all. And I'm hoping that changes with this 24 and the 24 ST. Or the 25 ST that they're doing, and you know, maybe that will change some things or change the mindset on these bikes, give us a little better resale value. Not that I plan on selling it. I'm thoroughly enjoying it. I only have roughly 496.3 miles on it right now, and I'm working to that break-in period. I really can't do what I want to do on it until at least at the 500 mile mark, supposedly. And the biggest thing for me is cruise control on the interstate. I get tired of varying my speed on the interstate. And I plan on making a trip to Florida on it soon, in the next couple of months. So definitely need my cruise control. Now the manual, the Harley manual for this, the 2024 manual, says that the after 500 miles you can ride it as usual, and I'm assuming that means you can use cruise control. But the service guy at the Harley dealership, when I bought it, told me to baby it for the whole 1,000 miles until I bring it back to him. And I don't know. I've done a lot of research on break-in on engines, and you know, there's a couple of different camps on that. There's the ride it like you stole it theory, ride it how you're going to ride it during break-in, and then there's the baby it for the first 50 miles and then ride it like you stole it. And I kind of went into that camp, baby it for the first 50 miles, and then didn't ride it like I stole it. I rode it like they said for the 500 miles. I didn't get over 6,500 RPM, and you know, I tried to do the things that they said not to do, but I did it quickly. I attempted to get up to the 6,500 mark as quickly as possible, kind of heat cycling it, and then allowing back pressure on the engine to, we're going to go back through the town of Tellico, just in case I missed it recording. I had some camera issues. And then, so I allowed it to engine braking, engine back pressure, and I did that for a while, and then now I'm about to hit the 500 mark, and I still have some thinking to do about really opening up whether or not I'm going to just ride it how it's designed to be ridden, or if I'm going to wait to the 1,000-mile mark. I don't know. You can tell me what you think about that. It's a cool little town. It almost has that Asheville, North Carolina vibe over here. Maybe the Weaverville area or Hendersonville or something like that. Hit the U and go back through town again. That's me blipping the throttle like on my road glide. I'm trying to train myself not to do that. Another thing that I dislike, and I know I covered it earlier in the video, but since we're talking about it, is, and I don't know if it's just inherent for this vehicle or for this bike, but when you're kind of up to speed a little bit, 40, 50 mile an hour, you let off the handlebars, and as it decelerates, or even if you have it on cruise, the handlebars will start shaking. Now they're just really fast micro shakes, so I don't know if it's because of how aggressive the tire is on the front of it, but I don't like it. So that's something at the 1,000-mile service I'll have them look at. Alright, we'll stop and get some gas. Catch up with you towards the end of Mecca Pike. Alright, 499.9 miles. Turning left on Mecca Pike. Try to get ahead of this car here. And 500 miles. For the people who aren't locals, Mecca Pike is 39. Oh, one more gripe, one more thing that, well, not really a gripe, but a concern. And it stems from the 21, 22, 23 models. Supposedly the 24 models were fixed, but it's the fuel pump's going bad. Some people say that the fuel pump issue is because of the ethanol in the gas, and it's causing causing corrosion under the tank, and it causes the pump to go bad. But then some people say that it's because of the location of the fuel pump in the tank, and that if you let your bike run low on gas too much, it causes the fuel pump to overheat. So we really don't have a whole lot of ethanol-free gas in my area. If I see it and it's an octane above 91, I will use it. But as of right now, I'm leaning towards allowing your bike to run low and causing the pump to overheat because of it not being in enough liquid to keep it cool. So, but that's kind of what I'm leaning towards. I will run ethanol free if I see it and I have a chance. I don't really go out of my way to do that, but I've only had to fill it up like 3 times so far, maybe 4 times in the time that I've had it. It does pretty good on gas mileage. Right now I just filled up and it says that my range is 240 miles, and I typically fill up well before then because of the fact that I don't want to run my tank low on fuel. I have it in road mode right now. I set up two custom modes for A and B. For me right now, custom A is sport mode, and that's max throttle reaction or max throttle. I have max engine braking. I have sport mode suspension, which tightens up the suspension. And then I have max engine braking, if I didn't already say that. And then I have sport engine profile. And then I have my interstate mode set up, which is comfort suspension, max throttle response. And then I also have sport engine mapping, and then I have minimum engine braking just to help with fuel economy on the interstate. And I can tell you, between sport mode that Harley makes, or Harley programmed in here, and then sport mode A, which is my sport mode, it is a night and day difference in how noticeable it is as far as how responsive and how quick the bike is. And just switching from highway mode to sport mode, just standard sport mode, is night and day difference as well. And then switching from sport mode to sport mode custom A that I made, like I said, it's a noticeable difference for the better as far as responsiveness goes. So if you want one and you really do want to customize it, at least to the abilities that they give you, you can see a difference, a fairly noticeable difference, at least in my opinion. But I'm still adjusting myself to this bike and how much faster it is than my road glide, and how much quicker it gets up to speed and over speed. So, and you may think this is that it's just overly cautious of me, but I decided that I was going to ride in sport mode or road mode only for a while until I get used to the bike, until I get used to how quick it can be, in just road mode, and then I'll slowly adjust myself into sport mode. Now I like it. I like the peppiness. I like the responsiveness of the throttle, but it's I catch myself doing stupid shit, and I'm not ready for stupid shit on this bike. Not yet. Well, maybe never. I am older, and I don't heal like I used to. Looks like I'm going to be stuck for a few minutes at least. So we're going to call this a video. I appreciate you sticking with me this far. If you don't mind, like, subscribe, help a non-AI channel do decent on YouTube. I just do this for fun. Talk to the camera because I feel even crazier talking to myself. So I appreciate it. Thanks for watching.